Welcome back to the channel. I'm recording just this little part here after I just done the video, just to say a few things that I want to say thank you for everyone that watches the video so far, and to apologize about the advertisements because YouTube's decided to put some advertisements on my videos now, even though I'm not monetized. So sorry about that, can't do anything about that. But I also want to show this little screenshot about that happened in the video, just to show anybody new to the game that there are nice new spots you can try with the stand hunting where you get lots of animals show up, and it's just kind of all in the video. So thanks again for everyone that's watching, and have a good day and enjoy the video. Good day and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do something a little different. I've been on the forums and in Discord, seeing a bunch of questions and seeing everybody's answers and everything. And there's still new people joining the game all the time, even though it's still a fairly new game. And I keep seeing a few things popping up, people having trouble finding animals and where's the best spots to hunt, things like that. So I got to thinking to myself, you know what, I got a few spots I've learned that are really good for like a beginner hunter to the game. A nice few spots that are close by, and I think I'll just kind of show them. Some of them will be in my previous videos, but I'm just gonna show, let's see, probably about 3. And I think one was in, I'm not too sure. But anyways, I'll show you a nice 3 spots to start as like a new beginner, and show you kind of the benefits of these spots. They're all stand spots. But first things first, we have to get into our vehicle here and go find the locations. And I'll show you them on the map. And it's always, remember, it's important to drive the camo Jeep so they can't see you coming. So the first spot is not a big secret, so I probably won't stay here very long, but it's important to bring up because don't forget about it. This is the tower that the story, like the tutorial part, leads you to, where you take one of your first deer just across the water there. So definitely do that part, but don't forget about this tower, because if you come here and then kind of leave the grasslands and go elsewhere and kind of forget about it, you're missing a nice spot that the developers probably put in here intentionally. It's a really good spot to hang out with. You got game trail that can come right up to the tower, like right here. I was in this tower a few episodes back and I've hunted from it a bit. You will get all sorts of herds coming in here, and you'll see some badgers and foxes and all sorts of things. I'll just pop it back up on the, was that something there? Nope, just a bush. I'll pop it back up on the map just so you can see. So the lodge is here, tower number 1 here, and tower number 2 is right here. So that's the tutorial one. And yeah, you can just kind of cruise out here. Now all these locations I'm going to show, I think I'll probably just show about 3. I always kind of start hunting 6 or 7 in the morning and come out and wait. And then it's usually about 9 in the morning where the action will start. So I don't know how long I'm actually going to hang out here. It's mainly just a video to show the locations. I've been driving sort of around too much, so I kind of stirred everything up, so I'm actually not too sure what's going to come in. But I'm not going to do one of those things where I try 10 times and pick out the best kind of thing. I'm just going to hang out here and just sort of see what does come in. If not, then nothing comes in. But this is an excellent spot here. Usually you'll get mule deer coming right up here to drink, and they'll walk right by you. I see a few things on the forum, people trying to find out where to hunt mule deer. I mean, right here is a great spot. And you'll see whitetail over there, and another herd over here, and you'll see a herd up to the north. So there's lots of visibility here, and it's a good spot. Like I was saying, the developers probably put this in here on purpose so you have a nice little spot to start. Moral of the story, don't forget about the tutorial tower. It's a really good one. And I haven't been waiting here very long, and they're already a whitetail herd. They live up in those trees, and looks like they're going to be heading more northerly this time. Sometimes they come down through here. But haven't waited very long, and they're already appearing. Just going to see what else might pop up. And just a minute later or so, there's that mule deer herd up to the north everybody knows about. That's the first one out of the lodge. They can journey around there too, so you can see them from here as well. And of course, there is a little family of badgers that lives across the river here and likes to play in the water. Well, they were there. He kind of dipped down. I had the spotting information for them, but he's just below that little ledge there, growling at me. Yeah, there's the audible sound there now. There's two of them. So male and female badger sitting right there as well. And there's the audible from that whitetail herd. So I mean, they all have different directions they can go. Sometimes they'll come out through these trees. Maybe they'll turn yet. Not actually too sure. Let's look on the map. They're the guys that live up here, I believe. Yeah, their drink zone's down there, so they might be coming around here to drink. So I'll keep an eye on them. I think that's probably what it is. They have the two drink zones here, one north, one south. When they come to the south one, I think they come down through the trees. They must be going for the other one today. But yeah, I haven't waited very long at all. So the time is 8:51, and I sort of got in the tower about 8. So, and that was after driving around. Okay, and moments later, a mule deer herd there. So this is like herd number 2. They're the ones that they should come right down through this field, park themselves over here and have a drink, and then journey up this. This is one of their game trails. So there's another herd, and at the time now is not even 9. So yeah, definitely don't forget about this spot. And of course, there's the family of pheasants you can see from here. There will be a couple of them around the area. And the mule deer herd's now making its way across the road. They're coming down to drink. And who do we got here? That must be the whitetail herd. And they're coming right this way too. And the consensus in the community is that although there can be irregularities in the maps, most people's need zones and maps and where the animals are should be fairly close and similar, if not the same in some cases. So on your game, you should be experiencing something similar to this location anyways. One of my common viewers there commented that on that one video there that he also had this game trail going right to this tower too. So I mean, I think it's fairly common that stuff is very similar. So I'm wondering if there's any feedback here as well, because this mule deer squad is very reliable on what it does. It'll come out here at about 9 a.m. and then head north up this game trail. And this whitetail herd right behind me, it's heading towards its second one, so it's going to come out here. And what do we got here? There's a group of foxes, so there's more. So yeah, you can see where I'm coming from here. Don't forget about the tutorial tower, because it's a no pressure spot. You can take your time. These guys are still trotting out here slowly, making their way down their game trail. These whitetail herds, he's come right up to say hello. And then there's the foxes there. There's badgers the other side. Where'd you go, foxes? Oop, I lost them. Well, they were there. Foxes were there. Badger growling at me over here. And if you want to do some longer shots, if you wait long enough, the herds will come out of this forest line. They'll hang around here. There's some drink zones down there. I'm surprised I haven't seen them yet. But if I wait longer, I probably will. And then you can also, off in the distance, see another one. So if you want to do some long shots, it's a pretty good spot as well. And I'll probably just take one here. 2-star adult, I'm going to leave him. Who's behind this tree? It's a female behind there. I wasn't really planning on hunting, I was just going to kind of show. But I want to leave this guy alone, he's got potential. I got a big old 4-star mature there that might turn into a 5. I'm going to keep an eye on him. And a 3-star mature that can also get a bit bigger. So I've been sort of working on these herds. There's that 1-star. I might line up for him here if he gets closer. And when waiting, you can always just enjoy the nice little animations of the tail waggling and the happy deer eating. You're just gonna look and smile at me. Keep on trotting by. Hello there, whitetails. What are you, 3-star mature? 3-star mature. So yeah, so the fitness is definitely starting to improve in this area. I think they're just gonna surround my tower here. I'm wanting these that one low fitness mule right there. Looks like they're gonna collide. Oh, this guy might be low fitness too, or young. If he comes out of here, what are you? How come I'm not getting spotting info? Spotting info? Oh, he's just a young guy. Okay, I'll leave you alone. Look at that! Oh! Now here's a nice little... I'm going to take a screenshot of this. Well, this is just kind of awesome. He's just sitting there having a snack. 4-star. Need that guy in the back. And this is indeed my first time, or first attempt. I wasn't even doing any other attempts, just the one. So this is working out really well. He's coming in. We're going to take a shot here. Send them all flying. Wasn't really going to hunt, but you know, if they're all going to come at me. There's happy little badger walking in the back. Don't really got a good angle on him here. Look at this big boy coming in. That's the 4-star. Followed by a 3, I think. Goodness. Look how big you guys are getting. Pretty awesome. I'll have to come back and check on you later. Oh, don't step in the way. There he goes. They're off. Don't even really need to watch. He probably won't make that tree line. There they all go. There goes the badger. I also wanted to show this for new players because I don't think most know about this. With the Jeep, if you are stopped and you got your 100 cents on, it'll work. So you can still see the blood trail with it. As soon as you move the Jeep, the 100 cents turns off. If you stop again, it'll come back on. And I show this because you get more ability to move the camera around. Because in photo mode, you don't get the little blinky blood trails, right? If you need help tracking. But if you got the Jeep, you can lift the camera up, and since you get extra view, you can really see the blood trail go off in the distance. So if you play on the easier difficulties, don't be afraid, or the easiest one, don't be afraid of the Jeep like messing up anything. Not too much anyways, but you can use it to help you track. I mean, it showed exactly where the blood was going, and it helps because you can lift that camera up. And all you got to do is put the brakes on. I mean, this one's easy to see. You don't really need much there, but you can see it going off there. But lifting that camera up really helps. And he's right there anyways. I was going to pick him up here. And they're all spooking off into the distance. So old Grandpa's 30-30, double lung shot. There we are. 261, yep, see. Just playing the easiest one. You can still have fun there. He's low fitness. And when the next patch comes out, I might play around the different difficulties, but you know, it's still a challenge, even on the easiest there. But that's the first location. I'm gonna head off to the second one now. Now this is the second location. It's a bit more longer shots here. This one, I'll just show on the map now. Where we were was tower, I call tower number 2, so lodge 1, 2 is here. There is a tower 3 you can stop at and check out. I mean, it's perfectly fine too, but if you keep going down here, you'll pass the, what do they call it there? Michael's Clearing. And it's the tower right at this 3-way here, right before the bridge. And this one's a nice one just because of the wide open view you have. So here's the bridge. And it's usually pretty quiet this direction. But you will see some activity behind the tower coming out here. Foxes, badgers, and various herds of deer. And you can also see them down by the water over here. But most of the action's out front. Right in front is a rest zone for white-tailed deer, so check your map, make sure it's the same, or see if it's there. And then over here, this big tree causes some problems, but there is a mule deer rest zone up here. Rest or eating, I don't recall. But you'll see them travel all through here. And yeah, so normally I would get here sooner, but I didn't change the time or anything. I just drove from the first location down here, so it's a bit later than I would normally get, and I might have stirred them all up again. But same sort of thing. Not going to do a second, second take or anything like that. It's going to stay here for a little bit just to see who does appear, because the time's getting on. Yeah, it's 10 in the morning, so I'm not actually sure where they're going to be or who's going to show up. I guess we'll find out. You have to remember that stand hunting is kind of like a chill experience where you just kind of sit back and relax. Right now, I'm playing these rest zones here since we're kind of in between the times. They're going to be making the way from their drink zones to the rest zone. So, well, no spots 100% every time, but I'm going to give it a bit more time just because I am curious who's going to show up here. Typically, this is a nice spot to check out always because of this wide open space. But yeah, stand hunting can be nice and relaxing with the atmosphere. You can always sit back and have a nap or turn on and watch your Grey's Anatomy or whatever you like to do. Now this group, it's a ways off now, but it's kind of the first one making its way in. I can't tell mule or whitetail which herd it is, but it's making its way down the water. So that means they're transitioning now. And it is a good spot to do some long shots if you like, because there you can see these guys out like right down that river and get a nice 400 meter shot in if you would like a challenge. And then in the distance is group number 2, so they're heading this way as well, going through the Michael's disappointment area there. But you can also watch them come in. There's some stragglers coming up behind. They look like a mule group. So here's the sort of activity you can get at the rear of the tower. That mule deer herd came out from the back here, and they're going down the water. They should pop up over here. And you can take a shot there, not too long. And there's a whitetail herd. I actually got a 4-star mature in there that I want to watch. I think that's them there. They're coming up behind. And then they should go up on the hill because they got a rest zone up there. But I'm not too sure because they're not doing exactly or what I remember them doing. So anyways, that is some choices there. And the guys that are at the front of the tower, they're typically in the middle of the day since it's a rest zone sort of thing. I believe I'm hearing bleats and everything, but they haven't come out of the tree line yet. So I just want to see if they're going to make an appearance today. This mule deer herd, I'm trying to remember now, I think we'll swing up and take a rest up in there. But I don't recall. Well, we'll keep watching and find out. That whitetail herd should, well, it has a couple rest zones, of course, but they do have one up there, so some of the times they will journey up there, and then you can take a long-range shot at them. But like the other tower, there is a whitetail group that can rest here, and this is that mule deer here that have a feeding zone here, and yeah, they have like their drink zone right there as well. This is their zones here. And I believe their rest zone is just to the east up here. I've seen them up there before. But yeah, like the other tower, you hang out here, patient enough. You'll have at least 2 herds come up right close, or at least a chance of 2 herds come up right close like the other one. And you will often have them come out of here too, but not yet. I don't think I'll be hanging around for it. But this is definitely one of my second favorite towers. One of them anyways for Cottonwood. I might actually, since we're right here, I didn't really want to do much hunting, but you know, if he's going to be a 1-star mature and stand right there, I might just have to do something about it. And I think we're safe because a bullet can't go through this guy. There we go. Way they go down the road. Do we get any more spooky noises around? No. Looks like it was just those two herds today, that whitetail one and that mule one. But still, a very nice spot to try out. If I had stayed longer and waited, that's I mean, it's never a sure thing at either spot. But this is the whitetail rest zone here. They don't often rest that close. They will actually rest back here. They'll come in from this direction and kind of rest on their way in. But that's a nice one to get with that mule deer there, and I gotta go claim this other guy. In tower number 3. Now this one's kind of a special tower. I'll show you where it is on the map. It's down in Rivermouth. The second one was just at the entrance of Rivermouth going south. This one is, actually I want to get rid of these need zones here. Right down here, there's going to be a campsite down to the south here, and then this tower is sitting on a cliff to the east of the road here. And what's special about this one is the cliff that it's on. There's the Jeep down there. And along this railroad track, and it's overlooking a large field that deer like to transverse across. So that's good for long range shooting. And there's need zones right in front of the tower, deer zones. And for an example, there's white-tailed deer crossing. Now, this is kind of curious because last time I was here, the white-tail herd was coming out of this tree line and going the other way. So maybe I haven't seen this one yet. But you know, they're out 200 meters or so, and so you can do some nice long-range shooting here. But the real reason that I remember this one is, well, I want to see if it actually happens or not. I went to the camp to the south and went to the next day because I wanted to get here nice and early, so all the animals can get themselves sorted out from the time leap. And yeah, I'm hoping that the event I'm looking for happens. Hooray! The event I wanted to have happen is happening. Yay! If you look off to the south, I think this is a fairly reliable way if you want to get your first elk or any elk at all. Come here in the morning because I don't actually have the zones for this herd here. There they are. But they head right across the front of this tower and off to the north, which I think there's a drink zone on that river up there, and they're coming from these hills to the south. And they seem fairly reliable to do that. And so if you're a new player or want to try taking on an elk, this is a good spot. Because if you're just hanging out with your starter weapon, if you haven't got the 243 yet, you might not want to come here, but just because you need the 243 for those longer shots if you wanted to take a shot at these. Oh, what happened to the scope? Oh, there we go. Okay, that was weird. If you want to take a shot at these whitetail out here pushing 200 meters, you're going to want that 243 Remington. However, if you want to be able to get close to elk, this is a good spot to start. Because in the morning they seem pretty reliable. I haven't done this, like I didn't keep trying over and over again. I just came here one try. I haven't came here in a while, and I remembered these guys because this is the first elk I got. I've seen them come out of those woods, and sure enough, they walked right in front of this stand here. And here they are, right up in front of the tower. You march all the way across, and you can scan them out and pick your target. 1-star mature, another one, so you just basically got choices. And to end the video, we will try to see what the 30-30 does to an elk here. I think there doesn't seem to be too many of them. Oh, no, there's more coming out here. But the 1-star mature will do just fine. The 30-30, if you get that into the lung, get good shot placement, it should work. Should work decent enough, but the power's just low. But in real life, it wouldn't have an issue. Let's see here. Oh, look, she's like warping through. I can't shoot right there. Oh, another one. You look even smaller. This might be a young one. No, don't. Okay. Well, let's get this guy here. Just place it in there. Looks like a lot of blood. Yeah, okay, that'll be a good hit. He'll run off there. Yeah, so that'll be a shot with just the starter 30-30 Grandpa's rifle with the starting scope. So if you want to be able to get your first elk or have a herd that you can routinely check on, that one's fairly reliable. There he goes down. Perfect. Alright, so I'll run out there and pick him up in a minute. But I think that will do for this video. So hopefully those 3 locations will help out a bit. I mean, they're not really a big secret or anything like that, especially that second one, since the game leads you there anyways. But I get the feeling people, you know, do the tutorial and then just kind of go to that tower, take the 1 deer, and then never come back to it. And also these other ones, I'm not too sure. You know, people just probably run off into the mountains and into the forest and then complain there's no animals anywhere. But it's always, I think it's best to stay in the grasslands for a bit, or you know, it's a nice spot to be able to see the animals, practice, and yeah, it seems like the developers kind of designed it that way, which kind of makes a lot of sense. Make the easier area kind of the first one. But yeah, so hopefully that's helpful. Thank you for watching and take care.